Well, hey y'all, welcome back to Life with Nana. I'm Nana, and I'm so glad you're here spending some time with me in the kitchen today. Today we're going to be making chicken parmesan, mashed potatoes. We got some green beans over here, and can you see that beautiful loaf of bread back there? We're going to make some garlic butter bread uh, to go with this. So I think it's going to be a great meal, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get these potatoes peeled. I always like to cook extra potatoes in hopes I'll have some left over for potato pancakes. Rarely do I ever have any left over though. We're going to get these on the stove and get them going, and then we're going to do the chicken. And I'm going to put some water in my pan so that my potatoes don't turn gray. We are also going to make an apple crisp, which won't take long at all to do. Sometimes your potatoes will start growing eyes, and that's perfectly fine. We're just going to cut that off. All right, so we've got our potatoes um, in our pan. And, okay, in this bowl, I have 3 large eggs, salt, garlic, and onion powder. In this bowl, I have some flour. I happen to be using self-rising. It really doesn't matter. Uh, if you were not using self-rising, I would definitely add a little more salt to it. This has some salt, some pepper. This has some salt and garlic and onion powder. So we are going to dredge our chicken in that, and then we're going to fry it up. So I'm going to get a pan and get our station set up. All right, so in this bowl, I have some salt, some pepper, garlic, and onion powder. And we are going to, let me turn this over. I'm just going to season our chicken. I'm not worried about putting my hands in this seasoning. I'm going to throw this all away when I'm finished. Probably would have been better if I'd had a shallow pan, but I didn't get one out, so I'm not dirtying another dish. Are y'all like that? Just make do with what you have and don't dirty another dish. These won't take long at all to cook. And so we started out with 3 pretty good sized breasts, and we're going to have 6 pieces of chicken Parmesan. So that will be great. That'll be lunch for tomorrow. Okay, so now we're set up and we're going to be frying these chicken cutlets, and they're going to get mostly done. And then we're going to put our marinara sauce and our mozzarella cheese on top, and we'll put them in the oven for another 15 minutes or so until their internal temperature is at least 160. All right, this is nice and hot. Turn it down some though. And I'm going to cook these one at a time so that they will have lots of room around them and I don't get them overcooked. I haven't made these in a long, long time, and I'm hoping they'll be good. And I'm hoping that uh, Papa and my granddaughter will like them, that they will enjoy them. You want to let them get brown. It doesn't take long for them to get done, and I don't want them to get overdone. Now I keep picking it up to look to see if it's brown enough. Okay, so we're going to take this one out. Look how nice that looks. See how brown and nice it is? And I'm re-dipping it in the flour because it's been laying on the parchment paper, and I want to make sure that I have enough to get it good and brown. My mom would fry chickens every week. Most of the time she would fry two because there were a lot of us. And I still marvel at how she kept everything so clean, and because she fried a lot of things. She fried chicken and pork chops and all the things. I still think back a lot of times on how our grandparents and great grandparents did things, and I don't know how they did it. We have so many conveniences. We're so blessed. And it makes you wonder, how did they get accomplished everything that they wanted to get accomplished? I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I have my chicken cutlets fried up, and we are going to now put marinara sauce over these. Doesn't that look pretty? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some mozzarella cheese to the top of these. And then we're going to put them in the oven and let them bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. Uh, my oven sometimes runs a little hot, so mine might not take quite as long as yours. You know how your oven cooks, so. It's surprising how easy this dish is for it to look so impressive. All right, let's get these in the oven and then we'll get our potatoes mashed up. Get some salt. And we are going to put, what was that? About 2 tablespoons of butter. All right. So I have my salt and my butter, and I'm going to put half a block of cream cheese in here. It always makes it good, and I'll probably put a little Parmesan cheese in there. We're just going to mash these up. I'm going to put about 1/4 of a cup. And it's just, you learn to do this by eye because it just depends on how many potatoes you're cooking that day and all the different variables. All right. Give this a taste. Okay, it definitely needs some salt. Okay, that's good. Super yummy. Now I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese on the top. Potatoes are done. Okay, so our bread overproofed just a little, but maybe it'll be all right. I'll spray this down. And we're going to give this a little bit of a knead here. Okay, I lost a little bit of the video at the end, but all I did was form this into a loaf, put it into a greased loaf pan, bake at 375 for 30 to 35 minutes, or until the internal temperature of the bread was 200 degrees. Y'all, look at this loaf of bread I made this morning. Isn't this the prettiest thing you've ever seen? Oh, so good. We are going to make some garlic bread out of this. Now I cooked this earlier in the day, and it's really important that you don't cut into your bread while it's hot, unless you're going to eat the whole loaf, and I don't recommend doing that. Okay, so there are 3 of us here for dinner tonight, so I'm going to cut 3 pieces. The rest of this I will wrap up, and we will have it tomorrow. All right, so we're going to take this melted butter, and we're just going to put this on here pretty liberally. Just enough so that when we put our garlic, and I could have mixed my garlic in with this, but I didn't do it, so. Okay. A little bit of garlic powder and sprinkle over the top. And to kick it up another notch, we're going to put a little Parmesan on it. We've got about 7 more minutes with our chicken. And now I'm going to wrap this bread up so the end that I cut doesn't get stale. We will double wrap it later, but right now I just want to keep it from getting stale. All right, while that is doing its thing, I have 2 jars of apple pie filling that I'm going to get prepared. Everybody's hungry around here and ready to go, so we're going to try to get everything moving. All right. Now this is apple pie filling that I canned quite a while ago, but I think it's going to be just fine. Still smells exactly the same. Right. We're just going to push this down into here, and all of this will kind of melt together, and it'll be so yummy. And my friend gave me this box of apple crisp. This is not something that I would normally buy, but it was very sweet of her to think of me. Okay, so it says preheat at the oven. The oven's ready. Spread the apples. We got that in there. Combine melted butter with the mix until crumbly. How much melted butter do I need? I need 4 tablespoons. I'm going to turn this up on broil so that can get going. And then I can get my bread in there also. And all we have to do is get this in here and we'll get everything else out. Supper's ready and it'll be ready to go on the table. What this says. 4 tablespoons or half a stick of melted butter. And then we're going to just mix this in there. And it should make like a crumble type topping. Let me check my chicken. That's going good. It smells good. All right, so we're just going to take this and crumble it over the top. Once I get the chicken Parmesan out, I'm going to put the bread in, let it get good and toasty. Then this will go in at a 350 oven for about 30 minutes. And we will have it wrapped up. So that'll be nice. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today in the kitchen. Know that Nana loves you very much, and I am so proud of you. And I know you always have a friend here. Nana loves you.